Hello and welcome to Auntie Evie Cleans Her Room. Yeah, I'm struggling with getting it clean. So I'm gonna try this thing where you're body doubling for me, wherein it seems like you're here even if you're really not, and maybe that will keep me on track. Who friggin' knows? This is our current state of being. This is actually pretty clean for me because look, you can see the floor in like a decent amount of places, which is not usually the case in my bedroom. But I've been working on it, chipping away slowly but surely, trying to get this thing done. This is my crafting hoard. Main thing I want to do is get at least part of this re-put in all of its boxes so that I can actually put things away. Because a lot of the problem is I wind up with stuff like this bag o' random, and in which all of the things that are supposed to go on my shelf just kind of end up in a random box because I don't know what to do with them, because all of my boxes of stuff are just a big giant mess. Now I need to figure out how to get over this pile so that I can get back into that space. Woo! This is my poor deflated eater of socks. I need to finish unstuffing it so I can throw away the casing. It got partially ate by a mouse a long time ago. Yeah, our mice fear no man nor anything. This is where I'm putting all of my crafting collection that I want to eventually get put away on here. Another bag of stuff. In case you're wondering if I stay on track when I start doing crafts, the answer is no. Definitely I don't. I get started on something, and then partway through, I get another idea that I can't wait to start on, and then I start on that idea. Sometimes I come back and finish the initial thing, but most of the time I don't, or it takes a long time for me to get back to it because I go on big, long digressions of craft things that I like to do, and then eventually, a million years from then, I wind up back where I started. Okay. Got yarn for my yarn bag. You can go back where you belong. Okay. One down. 15 million to go. This is from the paper towels that they use at my work. When you stick in a new set of paper towels, this makes it so that it sticks to the bottom of the other one, and then you can pull it up out of there. And I was like, oh, that'll work as Velcro for making things. I can glue this to something and not feel bad about using actual sewable Velcro, which I hate. This is a piece of paper that I've saved for literal years that has one name idea for a story written down. These are pillow forms that at some point I'm going to make pillows cases for. See, I have this vision of this pillow we used to have when I was a kid that I think one of my aunts made for us. That it was one of those long tubby pillows, but if you held it up like this, it was shaped like there was like a castle on the side, and it had like pictures of windows and princesses and like crenellations at the top. And so I'm like, this, I should own this as an adult. So now I have pillow forms, but I haven't made it yet. I've had those for a couple years too. You stop trying to fling yourself into the abyss. Problem is that it's too long for the shelf that I stuck it on, and so now I'm relying on the weight of the box on top of it to keep it from sliding off. In case you're wondering if I need to reorganize. I think that shelf is okay right now. This shelf, not going to get to that one. I'm going to skip that one because it's intimidating. This is the human hair that I'm going to use on my doll when I finish making it. It's my human hair, but it's in this bag. This is not labeled. I just happen to know what's in it. What is in this box? Oh, that's what's in that box. Okay. This has all my mini Legos in it. I have a whole nother box of mini Legos over there that I haven't opened and put together yet. What are you and why are you back there? What? Oh man, sometimes I do things that just make no sense. I mean, honestly, I was probably cleaning and trying to get it out of my way. This was just tucked back on a shelf. It's a bag of those 2B glass beads and scraps of faux fur fabric that I cut into strips to use on something. I'm keeping these because I can use these on something to make like a fur lining, or I don't know. I think I was going to use them on a roof actually. Maybe grass. I think it might have been grass. Oh, we have a headache already. You know what? It's not that bad. We're going to ignore it and keep going. Your sequins. Where did my sequins end up? I think they're underneath my desk. You're going on my desk too. Here's a pin. I'll put you in here with my other human decorations. This looks like a box of junk, but it is in fact a box of usable things. This I'll throw away. And I'll throw away this tiny scrap of thing, but the other stuff is beads, perfectly good beads. There's a needle and thread. There's a thing that I sewed into a square. There's days of the week stickers from my birth control. I'll go through that later. You do have more room in you than I thought you did, Woodbits Bin. Can you go in here? You came out of here, and putting you back in was too much of a hassle, so I just didn't. These are the popsicle stir sticks that every time I mix up extra paint, like a decent amount of extra paint when I'm mixing things, when crafting, then I just paint one of these with the extra stuff. I know I have sandpaper on my desk, but my desktop looks like this. So we're not touching that right now. Today, you're making decisions based on what's going to keep me going and what's going to make me stop. Not necessarily what's a good idea. Just shelf brackets. Yep, I own shelf brackets for a shelf I'm not going to put up. Why? Because I hate mounting things on walls. I also don't have a stud finder, so I don't know where in the wall I can put it. Already forgotten what was in this box. Oh, I know it's in this box. Memory's just doing the thing today. And now we move on to the tools. I need to sit down. Sitting down is how I'm going to get myself close to here. I'm not going to lean over the top of it. Realistically, let's be honest, it's going to hurt my back. So we're going to sit, because sitting will make me more likely to actually do the work. This is where I keep my personal protective equipment, right here. Here's my desk. So all those times when I was like, I'm not going to get that thing because it's too far away. Too far away is like 4 feet. Oh, my face itches. That's not a good sign. I have a dust allergy, and if my face already itches, we're in for a rough go. But you know what? You may or may not have to deal with my nose running like a faucet. Sometimes I can get through it without just gushing at the face, but you know, we'll find out. What kind of wire are you? Oh, oh no, you're solder. I'm glad I looked. Vinyl tubing, also acquired for crafting purposes. Have I used it yet? No, but I'm gonna. You don't have things in you you're not supposed to have. What are you? Not something I need to futz with. That's a cute little pouch. That is a less cute little pouch. Why they're back here, I don't know. Ooh! I opened you upside down. That was my fault. But not having the tools that I want every time I want them, that is your fault. I'm blaming an inanimate object for me not putting things away properly. These are my saws. Do I have multiple saws? Yes. I have multiple saws. Do I need multiple saws? Yes. It's fine. It's fine. I don't need it to go in correctly. I just need it to not be in my way. These are reusable twist ties with foam around the outside so they don't like damage the things you wrap them around. I'm still very sure I can use them. Have I used them yet? No. No, I have not. We're making progress. Just in getting these shelves so that I can put things away. To be clear, I still have a room full of crap that needs to get put away. This is my toolbox. Just a box of tools. I also have my drill box down here next to it that I'm trying to put this little piece of wood on. Oh! More glues and tape. Why are you at the bottom? I use you. I have to rearrange my frickin' thing. I know why you're at the bottom. Because you fit there. Stay. I'm gonna try taking out anything in here that's hardware, not tools. I'm gonna need another bin. Ooh. This is my terrifying bag of screws. Every time I need a screw to put something together, I have to dig in my terrifying bag of screws. It also has nails and blades for a sawzall, which I don't own. I did 100% buy a bag of random hardware somewhere because I figured probably it would have something in it I could use. I have used it many times. I was correct. It's still terrifying. Don't stick your hand in that if you haven't had your tetanus shots. Seriously, don't do it. Those are my C-clamps. Periodically, I'm like, I require more C-clamps. And then I get more C-clamps. This is a tinier C-clamp. I did, in fact, buy a packet of 4 C-clamps. And guess what? I kept the cardboard because look how good of cardboard it is. Am I going to get rid of it? No. That's really good cardboard. Oh, I forgot that I have this. It's a magnet on a stick. Should use that more often. Tubing straps, that's hardware. Listen, every time I look at this, I hope that it's a set of drill bits. Somewhere in this house I have a set of drill bits, but I don't know where I put them. This is not a set of drill bits, but it is very useful. Oh, you're a magnet too. Hey, you want to hang on to some other things for me? I'm digging all the floating bits of screws and stuff that are in the bottom of my thing. Hey, another drill bit. I'm going to get really excited when I find drill bits. Just, you know, be prepared for me to be excited about drill bits. Hey, you should go up here in my sanding things. It's my rat tail file. I was looking for that not that long ago and couldn't find it. It was in my toolbox where it was supposed to be. Just unfindable because my toolbox is a mess. You're freaking kidding me. I just have blades just floating in the bottom of this thing. I'm an idiot. I'm gonna stick their hand in here and cut themselves. And by someone, I mean me, because I'm reckless. Here's the case for those blades that I just chose not to tape closed. Oh, look, another one. Hey, it's a big drill bit. This flat magnet thing is really working out well for me. I don't know what it's for, but I know what I'm using it for. Oh, this is a screwdriver. Look how fun that is. I think Auntie Rachel got me these. Those are also hardware. What just fell? I found it. It's all good. You're cute. What are you? I'm going to keep you in here. Not really sure what you are. I think you're the tip for some kind of pen or pencil or something. Now what I need, some way to fasten this, or put it in a bag or a box or a something. Here's a medicine container we're going to put it in. Because if we put it in the medicine container, I almost dumped it out on my thing again. At least it can't spill onto the bottom of my thing and stab me when I stick my hand in. Oh my goodness, I itch. Again, the universe is punishing me for letting my room get in this condition. Guess what, universe? I'm going to do it again. Now, to deal with all of the hardware. I have an abundance of these. So guess what I'm going to put to use? I have to keep reminding myself not to tear things open with my mouth. Because it's very automatic for me to just like, with my teeth. But I don't want to actually put anything that's been in this bin into my mouth. We're just going to resist our natural urges here. You're going to watch me lose things a lot. Because that's the way I roll. People are like, how are you so good at finding things? Because I lose things all the time. I don't keep track of my stuff. I'm just going to tuck my Kleenex back into my bra. I'm sure you all were wondering where that Kleenex was emerging from. The answer is I don't have pockets. So I just stuck it in my bra. Lid. Gotcha. Alright. Much better contained. You can go back in there now. I just stabbed myself accidentally on one of the dangerous screws. I do have my tetanus booster. Let us put my glues. You fit. Yes. We love when this happens. This is the part where we celebrate small victories. Always celebrate small victories, because you never know when the big defeats are coming. So you might as well be happy about something. Okay, I now have a bunch of garbage. And that here's rattling at me, and it's very distracting. And yes, I do, in fact, have a garbage bag very close to me. And yes, I am, in fact, convincing myself that I don't need to keep this piece of cardboard. I'm not going to keep this piece of cardboard, but I want to. But I'm not going to. I forgot about this. Out of sight, out of mind. That's the way we roll. Now, don't stab me, disgusting bag of stuff. I'm trying not to touch you. There is so much hair in this thing. I'm not enjoying it. Contained. Now, itching our face. We just need to keep going, because if we stop, we die. By which I mean if we stop, we just never start again. So I don't feel like I need to do really anything with anything from here up, but this stuff, I don't know what's in here. That's a problem. I have at various points known what was in here because I went through and organized it, and I haven't used a ton of it. So I know that there's plenty perfectly good stuff in here, but unfortunately that doesn't help me know what's in here. So I bought these for 50 cents. Look how many of them there are. I'm going to do something with them at some point. Some of them. Are you? Oh, you better not be whole chains. I'm going to slap myself. Thank goodness I don't have to slap myself. I thought I had just thrown a bunch of actual, regular usable chains in this thing and just let them all tangle together, as opposed to keeping them separated like I normally do. I didn't. These are just bits of chain. I used to have a bag of cardboard tubes behind my door. Now I have a bag of cardboard tubes up there that I would have to take down to put cardboard tubes in. Guess what I don't take down to put cardboard tubes in? So they just wind up in all my other stuff. Okay, what are you? Not closed all the way, that's for sure. Oh, more containers and cardboard tubes. I really need to use some of this stuff. I have really cool stuff in here. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do some rearranging. This is my costume. Holy mother, you're heavy. This is my costume jewelry. We're gonna put my costume jewelry down a layer. This shelf here, you can't tell. I flipped it upside down because it was bowing in the middle. So now it's bowing upward instead of downward. So eventually, when it bows downward again, I'll just flip it again. It's called What You Do When You Buy Cheap Dorm Room Furniture and Want to Use It Long Term. This is going swimmingly. Why do people say swimmingly when they mean good? I don't a lot of idioms I understand. That's not one of the ones I understand. Just picked up a little packet of needles off my floor. You know, just in case you wanted confirmation that I live dangerously. By which I mean, my mess, causes some hazards. Ooh. Do I want to put these in my button hoard, or do I want to put these in my crafting hoard? They're really cute. I'll decide later. This is the stuffed cat that I made when your sisters were over, and we're like, why don't you have a cat stuffy? That's a good question, because I genuinely like cats, and I don't know why I never made myself a cat stuffy before that. So here's my kitty. It's gonna stay at my bed. Now, this is what it looks like under my desk. You thought I was done showing you all my craft things. I'm never done showing you all my craft things. I just have more craft things. You want to hear about this one? You're going to hear about this one. This is a bag of paper bag scraps. Now, I saved up paper bags because I wanted to use the brown paper to make books for bookbinding. That's fine. That's not a dangerous level of hoarding. That's like, you know, reduce, reuse, recycle. It's paper. I can make things look like old-timey or whatever, you know. That's a good choice. I couldn't make myself throw away the handles. And I also couldn't make myself throw away any of the scraps that were of a somewhat usable size. Do you know how many of these I could make out of one single paper bag? And do you know how many paper bags I bring into my house regularly? But I kept them because I was like, I can use those. I can't get rid of them. No, I need to get rid of them because they're... Every time I walk past them, I kick them over. And also, I don't need them. This is me mostly convincing myself that I can get rid of them. You don't care. I need a bigger trash bag. Time to get a trash bag. Trash bag acquired. I'm just going to set you there for now while I deal with at least some of this garbage. Woo! That almost landed on my foot. That would have hurt. Under the table time. Yeah, under the table time. This is the part I don't want to do because it involves a lot of stuff that I don't know what to do with. But you know what? Today is the day of figuring out what to do with stuff I don't know what to do with so that I can actually have my room be clean. We are sitting down. I don't really know where to put you. Should I put you here? Here? It's awkward, but I feel like you can't see what I'm digging in. Let's try another spot. Get off! My scrap fabric's being a pain. Oh, okay. That'll be okay. I'm just going to set you on my chair that I... Oh my goodness, that looks like it's going to tip forward. The chair that I sit on when I craft. Okay. Oh, I'm overwhelmed. All right. When you're overwhelmed, get crap out of your face. Get the trash out of my face. Get the trash out of my face. I don't want to stress myself out. Get the trash out of my face. These are shampoos and conditioners that I took from hotels. No regrets. Ooh, look at this box. Guess what I don't need? More cardboard. That's right. I'm throwing away perfectly good cardboard. I'm keeping that one, but I'm throwing away this one. This is my bookshelf. I have three full stacks of books, shelves of books on there that are all either double or triple stacked because I wanted to use the top shelves for other stuff. I don't even know what all books I have in there, but I know that when I go to thrift stores and find books that I think are gonna look like they're gonna be good, then I buy them for cheap because they're usually like, buy 5 books for $2. And I'm like, yes, I will take that deal. Oh, hey, one of my traveling toothbrush kits to go along with my traveling soap kit. Hey, am I picking up this tiny bead that I have a million of off the floor so that I can use it? Yes. Yes, I am. You can't see it. There's a corner right back here between, wrong way. Right behind there. That's probably where I'm going to stick my steel toes. Because I don't actually want to put them over in my closet. They're kind of gross because I wore them for work for several years. These are the kind of steel toes that I get. They don't look tiny, I don't think, on here. But when you buy them from the store and you bring them out and you're used to seeing giant man-size ones of these, you laugh because it looks so silly. Somewhere over here, I'm pretty sure I just launched a piece of plastic leaves. I've also been clipping bits and pieces off this for miniatures. But I don't feel like I need to keep this whole stem over here. So I'm gonna just start like picking some of these off. Oh, I'm struggling. Here's the problem. I have used these things many times in crafting. And so when I'm trying to convince myself, oh, you don't need to keep that, it's really hard when you know it can be useful. Tape. The answer to all crafting ailments and things poking holes in things is tape. And into the trash it goes. You are beads that need to go in my bead hoard. What are you? Okay. Hey, more tape. Never have too much tape. That's a lie. Ooh. Flowers. Yes. Yes, I will use you. You would think that this is my cereal box hoard. This is not my cereal box hoard. This is just a small chunk of it that I brought into my room to craft with. Remember when I said I had saved paper bags for bookbinding? I was flattening some of them underneath some stuff. At some point, I will use them, but I have at least 2 more bundles of these floating around in this room somewhere. Recently picked up these for free at my work. They're wooden cigar boxes. They're really nice. Ooh, we can sit like this for a while, but eventually it's going to start grinding my ankle into the ground, and then I'm going to have to change my position because it's uncomfortable. This is my jewelry bits hoard. We're going to throw this in here because technically it's where it belongs. This box weighs a lot. I do have some bins in here that are intentionally just random stuff for crafting things with. And they're going to stay that way because I have to be a realist about what I can and cannot accomplish. And at some point, I just have to admit to myself that I'm never going to be able to organize everything. And so I need to have a place to stick the stuff that I can't organize into something so that it's not scattered around my room stressing me out. Am I throwing things at the thing I just cleaned? Yeah. Are they going where they belong? No, but I will eventually go back over there and put them away. Hey, I found my sequins. Look, I just need to know if there's anything here I can take out. You can go in there. Oh, I didn't like the way that felt. Oh, you're cute. I forgot that I bought you. That's the other thing that happens when you are a crafting supply hoarder. That you buy things and then forget that you bought them, and then you either end up rebuying them or they get like lost or broken or never get used, and then you find them later when you're no longer interested in using them and are like, well, poop. You do come off. Okay. Oh, you feel gross. I have a whole box full of flower bits and bobs. But it's really hard to close once you open it because everything, reinflates. I have to keep it taped shut because otherwise it doesn't stay shut. And that's enough to make me almost never use them. I only ever take those out when we have a really important thing happening. This ain't it. Oh my goodness, my ear itches so bad right now. What is in here? A cardboard tube. What did I do with those cardboard tubes? Did I leave them over there? I'm throwing that over there because I don't want to deal with it. Okay. I got a bunch of ribbon in the bottom of this thing, which is not what I want. I mean, I like ribbon and I use ribbon, but I would like it to be in my bag of ribbon, not just like randomly floating around over here, causing me stress. This is actual usable chains. I know that because I wrap them in bits of napkin so that they stay separate from each other. Oh, itchy. We're gonna use this bag to get these ribbons out of my face. Oh, my face itches so bad right now. One day, I'll need you, and then you'll be in there, and then I'll be like, where did I put that? Yep, that sounds about right. Okay. This is my rock collection down here. I keep it on the bottom because it's really heavy. And if I'm pretty sure I put it on any of the other shelves, it would just straight up break them. This bodes poorly. I found a bin that I forgot was there, even though it was right in front of my face. You want to see where it was and I forgot it existed? This is my knee. This is the bin. I forgot that it was there. I moved it there and then forgot that it was there. That's paper stuff. Paper is the shelf up there. Oh, that's a stressful shelf. But you know what? We're not there yet, so we'll deal with it later. Okay. I would apologize, but I'm not sorry that I vented that. I needed to let that out. This is... I hate when I discover bins that I can't, like, put away somewhere because I'm currently using the stuff that's in them. You would think that it would only count as me currently using it if it was up on top of my desk. Nope. Oh, my legs! My legs actually feel completely fine. Surprisingly, my back also feels fine. It might not agree when I stand up, but right now, does anything hurt? No. That's actually surprising. Usually something does. Lately, my hip, because I'm old, I'm not actually old, but I have officially a white hair in my eyebrow. Can you see it? You can't see it. There's a white hair in this eyebrow somewhere. That I showed to Benji to prove to him that I am in fact old. So that he can't tell me that I can't say it when I tell him I'm elderly and infirm. The stuff of my nightmares. Yep, that's what we're doing. But before we get to that, I have to do at least something about all of this. Oh, my nose itches. This is my partial done helmet. It's been partially done for 4 years? 5 years? All right, friends. Let's see how long this lasts. I had to put my phone on the charger because it's dying. And I now have you propped on the back of my chair. This is part of a rubber raft that we were using as an air mattress for the children. It stopped staying inflated, so we were throwing it away. And I chopped a part of it off because I was like, I can use that. Yup, that's what that is. Yes, I'm keeping it. These are Star Wars toys that we found when we were cleaning in the living room. It's a fun one. Is it a tank? What is it? Oh, it is a tank. Somebody's got an emo X-Wing. This is the best one. I got an AT-AT. I'm going to make a pile of wood bits that I need to put in my wood bit container. Door paper. Yes, I'm shoving things up there where my problem is, but guess what? I'm going to continue doing that, so be ready for me to self-sabotage. Don't take out the holographic paper even. I'm just going to throw trash on the floor because I'll take care of that later. Does that seem counterproductive since I just cleaned the trash off the floor? Maybe. But I'm going to be honest with you. This is the surface I'm working on. I can deal with trash on the floor quickly. But trash on my table is going to stop me from working. Woo! Hacksaw blade! Mook was just chilling on top of my desk. You stop catching on things. You're supposed to be my friend. You, I'm going to make myself throw away. I can throw away that bag of crap. I can throw away that piece of crap. You would think I would throw this away because it also is just a strip of paper. But this is like when you're making like tiny things and you want it to look like the paper is old, that's what color this is. So I'm keeping it. These are sewing clips, but I use them for crafts more than I use them for sewing. I always need tiny clamps. And keep punting a thing down there on accident, and it's very uncomfortable because I'm barefoot and it keeps poking me and I don't like it. I have a mild obsession with buying fake birds. I mean, this is the only one I've let myself buy in literal years because I don't need them. But they're so cute that I always want to buy them, even though I never use them for anything. I feel like I'm not in this thing at all. I'm just babbling at you from off to the sidelines. Let's do that. Okay. At least I'm partially in it now. Your trash. Oh, a push pin. Great. Just what I wanted. Something else for me to stab myself on. Just a screw. Normally what I would do is just chuck this down into my tool bin. But today is the day where we don't do that. Put it in my hardware jar like a responsible adult. That was annoying. Hey, that's a cool thing. That's gonna happen a lot where I get distracted by the cool things that I own. Because I collect cool things. And so then when I find them and realize that I've forgotten I owned them, but they're still cool, then I get excited. Apparently, I was just keeping all of my toiletries on my worktop. Why was I keeping all of my toiletries on my worktop? That doesn't make any sense. It's a random dollar. Why do I have a random dollar? Does this belong to somebody? Well, it's not the least successful attempt I've ever made at a mold. That's a lie. It is, in fact, the least successful attempt I've ever made at a mold because I've only attempted doing things in molds like twice. And the other ones worked out swimmingly. Oh, itchy. I'm still just throwing things over into that space we just cleaned. I still don't regret it. Ooh. Ooh, you're crooked. Let's see if we can straighten you out. We'll find out if it stays that way. Probably it won't, because every time I walk past here, I shake everything. This is why I end up with problems, is I just shove things wherever they fit. And then when I want to take things, down and put other stuff away, then I'm like, if I do that, then everything is going to fall. This is an actual project right here that I'm in the middle of. It's not done, but it's also not far enough along for me to, display it. I'm not in the mood to work on it right now. So basically, I'm just, screwed. I have a spoon here. I know what I have that spoon here for. I kept this because it was a nice metal tin. My nose itches so much right now because I am allergic to dust. I already told you that. You don't actually need to be told that every 4 seconds. Every single time I complain about my nose itching, I'm going to tell you it again. Every time. Because that's how I'm doing this. Now, I'm going to move my many glues over to here. Now I'm knocking wooden things over. Because I stacked them in a pile and then didn't put them away because I was pretty sure I'm going to find more wooden things. Ooh, we're going to lift dangerously. I'm going to rotate this so you can kind of see what I'm doing. This is where I stuck the mold release. Right in here so I couldn't take any of these bins down. Oh, my nose itches. And what all do I have? I'm very curious. I have a bunch of stuff in here, but I haven't looked in this bin for a long time. And sometimes I'm like, oh, I wish I had this type of glue. Oh, I wish I had that type of glue. And now I'm like, do I have that type of glue and just not remember that I have it? Probably that's the case. I've got a lot of Elmer's glue all in here. I've been using this little guy till it runs out. I'm still going to continue using that little guy till it runs out. But I have clear nail polish. Dang. There's more wood glue. Love me a good wood glue. Let's just start putting the glues in here. Your muffins. My back is starting to hurt. In case you were wondering. Is there another way that I can procrastinate on dealing with that? This is the real question. The answer is, I'm nothing if not capable of finding ways for me to procrastinate. I'm gonna go over here and consolidate my random craps bins into one. And it's gonna be this metal one because it's nicer than this chopped open granola bar bin. I have 16 million containers that all appear to contain actual garbage. Some of them contain actual garbage, but not garbage I'm going to throw away. All of them contain garbage I intend to keep because I intend to use the garbage that I'm keeping. These are my glues that paints that I brought in here to use. And then all of the paints, colors that I need, I mixed from those colors. Look at that. Nice cardboard. That's right. I've got nice cardboard over here. So I'm just going to pull this crap out of here and then I'll worry about what's what. And if I slow down, I stop. That's right, that's how it works. I didn't know I owned these. What are these? Hey, my glue chart. Look at this. It's my glue chart. Come out of here. Oh, okay. Oh, Nice. This is our pop-up diner menu. Oh, I should look through this. Got a bunch of stuff from story ideas and stuff. Just finding all of my ideas that I've been missing. Ooh. How do you like that noise? Was that a fun noise for you to listen to? Festive coloring. Why do I have this? I don't color. What are you? Oh. These are my things from school when I was doing art classes. Want to see my elementary and middle school art class things? How do I flip you? All right. I have been defeated by the technology, but not to the point where I can't do something. Straight up don't remember what these all are, but there's words written on it. Oh, look, it's a loon pumpkin. Oh, that's a one-line drawing. I hate one-line drawings. There's the picture. There's houses in it. I remember doing these. I had a lot of fun. You draw the shape and then you draw a bunch of shapes inside it. I liked those. I drew a unicorn because, of course, I drew something horse related and also something fantasy related. These are perspective drawings. I always liked perspective drawings. I know a lot of people don't. I have an awkward person. I must have maybe disagreed with someone. Oh, all right. We have something suspended in the air over the top of these houses. Okay. One of these things I didn't finish coloring. Oh, yikes. Oh, there's more of them. Oh boy. All right. I was having fun. Oh, this one's a griffin. And this one's a sea serpent. I'm sensing a theme. And this one is suckers. I called them lollipops because you're not supposed to say suckers in school, I think. And this was like a monochromatic drawing. I hated that. I think it might actually have been a painting. Is there anything else in here? Writing in the back. What is it? Huh? Okay. That we don't need to see that one. That was confusing. All right, here's another one. And that I don't recognize. Did I draw that? Maybe. The eyes look like something I would have drawn. Could not tell ya. But look, it's a perspective drawing. In case I needed to prove to you that I enjoy perspective drawing. Ooh, look! I forgot about this drawing. I very unhelpfully made this drawing for your mom to put in a Uncle Noah picture thing. She had to like scan it and put it in there, and it's on tracing paper, so it's a giant pain in the butt. Are there more drawings in here? Oh! There are more drawings in here. Come, get off. Look, it's magic users. I was practicing drawing magic spells and trying to make them look magical. That I do remember. All right, we're back from our farther away perspective. Back to our farther away perspective. I can use grammar. Generally, I don't really like construction paper, but on a dollhouse scale, it's really thin, and also you can like scrunchel it up, and then it gets like soft and flexible, and you can pretend it's other stuff. This is all scrapbooking paper that I've bought at various times when it was on clearance. I do, in fact, refuse to pay full price. So, what's back there? Why does that feel rubbery? What are you? Oh, I know what you are. We'll get to you in a second. Now it is time for me to put things back onto the shelf. One of the signs of being a grown-up is that you keep pieces of construction paper instead of just cutting a little tiny square out and then throwing the whole thing away. This looks like it's something someone drew me. It is! Oh, it's excellent. Nice. You ever sometimes get like the creepy crawly feeling from foam? Usually I don't. But like every once in a while I'll touch it and my brain will be like, nope, stop. And then I will be like, why are you doing this? You never do this. Foam is fine. And then it's like, sorry friend, foam is not fine. I have enough texture issues without things that aren't usually texture issues sneaking up on me, okay? And I know I should sort whatever's in here and actually look, but I'm not going to because I'm sick of doing that. And if I try to do that, I'm going to stall and stop doing this. And again, we're not doing things the ways that make us stop, because that's how our room does not get cleaned. Look how much nicer that looks. See, that doesn't stress me out. Score. Am I making a big giant mess on the floor again? Here's what we have already. Yes, I'm making a giant mess on the floor again. But all I have to do with that is just scoop it up and shove it in that bag. And then it will be done. And I can do that after I've finished with the rest of this stuff. You can sit there and look like something disturbing. You look like a beheaded animal. They were like, you want your cone of shame for your medical, after your medical procedure? But instead of just a regular medical procedure, they just took the head right off. In case you're wondering where my brain went with that. Don't put that there. Oh my good Lord. Okay. Later on, when I'm looking for my toiletries to take on my trip, which I'm going on very soon, they'll all be in this one bag, and then I'll be able to find them all at once. Or I will be able to not find any of them all at once. This is either an excellent plan or an awful plan. I'm gonna go with excellent, because it makes me feel better. I need to sit down because my legs are tired and I want to sit down. And if I force myself to stay standing up, I'm going to stop working, because that's, again, how it works when I do things. And my desk looks like this. My brain is like, I don't know what you want me to do with any of this. You are indeed a box so random. This looks like nothing, but it's in fact tiny picture frames that I've cut out of foam and a cardboard box. Why do I have these? Where did those come from? I don't recognize them. I really just genuinely don't have one singular clue about where I got those. I don't know. Okay. Did I ideally want to fold these? No. But you know what? It's not the end of the world. I'd rather fold them and have them fit in a bag than not fold them, because I want them to be pristine and perfect and not have fold in them. Sometimes we adjust our expectations to suit reality. Quick pause while I take this apart. I have harvested. They will go in my junk bins. I have the One Ring. Is the writing on it? Yes, the writing is on it. It's the One Ring. It's just chilling in my bedroom. Teeny tiny differences are enough to make me keep multiple things that are generally exactly the same. I can, however, persuade myself not to keep pieces of cardboard this size. This has templates for little boxes. I've been using these as paint trays. I always save these things, and then when I need to put something in the basement, then I throw a couple of these into the bin so that they don't get like soggy and disgusting. So far, it's worked pretty well. Oh, there's just a straight up pin. Just a needle with thread. Just in this bin waiting for me to stab myself on it. Love that for us. Into the trash with you. Be gone. Foul fiend. You go over there. Oh, I itch. Okay. Still not done telling you that. These, I need to add hangers to and then go put them on the White Tree of Gondor. Look at this. Look at how fun of shapes some of these dental floss things are. This does technically need to go into my toiletries bag. Oh my goodness. Ow! There goes my hip. I knew it would come by at some point to wreak vengeance for not hurting me earlier. How about the fact that I have not stalled out yet? I've come close a couple of times when I looked at things and my brain was like, but guess what? We persevere. We continue going. We just start putting things in piles. And eventually we move those piles off the table, and then we get unoverwhelmed by the stuff because it's no longer in front of our face. Tiny little buckles. You need to go in my doll clothes making stuff. I'm just gonna have a little pile of things that don't belong in this bin. What are you? tiny buttons. You also don't belong in this bin. We are making progress. I just stubbed my toe on a thing I set down there not 2 seconds ago because, again, if it is not in front of my face, it doesn't exist. This? What are you, friend? Are you completed pieces or are you like bits? We got 2 separate boxes. One of them is supposed to be more bits oriented and the other one is supposed to have like more like completed pieces in it. This very much appears to be my bits box. Bits box. Bits. Okay. But now we're having a problem because my bits box is full and I have bits to put in it. I don't want to put bits into the non-bits because then it'll all be mixed up. Now, what we do is consolidate. Does our consolidation have to make sense? No, it does not. Lower your standards. Do I need this many of these? There's only 4. Sure, we need this many of these. What is this? Are you another Ziploc? I have a Ziploc inside a Ziploc in here. As a person who is in dire need of Ziplocs, always and forever, I find this very irritating that I would do that to myself. Okay. I'm not even going to do anything with this. We're just going to keep it as it is. Look at that. I emptied a whole bin that I will doubtless refill in about 4 seconds. Am I just putting things in things now? A little bit, but you know what? My main goal here is to get things off my table. Just lower your standards. Everybody lower your standards. Because if it won't fit, we just chop part of it off. And then it'll fit, whether it likes it or not. Great. At first, you can't cut through. Rip it. Yeah, there we go. Give me the flimsy ones. What did I do? That green bin with the gold lid that I had all my little Legos in. Do you know what I did with that? Oh, there it is. I see it. Ah! I just stepped on something I didn't intend to step on. But you know what? I don't think it broke, so I'm not going to worry about it. Okay. We're going to put all of our Lego bits into the Lego bin, which is now what this blue thing is. Sometimes we're just not going to fight our hoarding tendencies, and everything will be fine. Now the next question is, fabric? Not that fabric. Can you fit up here? You can fit up there. You're going in fabric. Friends, we got some Benzo crap that I don't know what's in them because I haven't looked in them in a long time. And it's... I know that I've gone through them like 5 or 6 times and have not been able to get rid of any of them. So, we're gearing up for a calamity. While I was digging in my closet a little bit ago, I found a bag that I had kept of all of my childhood, like little Barbie things that we played with, and Uncle Noah and Sam and I played with. Now I have a couple of them out here. Oh, this is a sturdy doll. Like, it's a McDonald's toy, but like, this thing weighs easily 20 times what this weighs. Like, this is a hard thing. It's got like eyes that open and close. I'm gonna freaking decapitate this doll if I keep trying to do this. This is when we need a screwdriver. You know what? No, we're just chucking that one. But yeah, so I have this creepy little doll, and this has all of the hair that fell out of this doll's head floating in the bottom. Oh, gross. But I'm keeping this because I can customize it. Oh, she has way too much makeup on for a toddler. Why would they do that? One time, I did micro crochet. This is very cute. But do you know what I didn't enjoy? Micro crochet. Here is the other time I've made a mold. It's of her feet, and I still need to attempt to cast something in it. We got these from the Dollar Tree. They came in a pack of 6. Some of them I took and some of them my dear Rachel took. And they're very cute, and one day I'm going to make a dinosaur museum, and it's going to be super fun and super cute, and I'm very excited about it still. This, I was gluing some fabric onto it, but it has just the grossest texture. So I'm not doing that anymore, because you're supposed to be able to make, like, for, like, books and stuff. But it feels gross. Like, am I supposed to put, like, 15 million more layers of glue? I don't understand what I did wrong. So those are going in the garbage, because I don't want to touch them. There. Nice. Look at that. I emptied a whole tray. There's 2 of them here. So these are the Chipotle tray things that come with, they come on top of the kids' meals. They make excellent crafting trays. So if they're not covered in food, then I keep them. If they are covered in food, I don't, because gross. Here we go, work in progress. I'm boxing you up. Get in there. You little butt wipe. Don't you pop out. What is your problem? Don't try to tell me you won't go in there. Are you trying to tell me you already are in there and I'm just ignoring you? I'm going to keep ignoring you. Look, I found more of my crochet hooks. What do you know? Oh, my nose. It itches. It itches. It itches. Okay. Okay. Holy moly, my face. There's a lot of dust on this table, so I'm gonna put you. You rattling? You're rattling. That's disturbing. Did your head pop off? Your head does pop off. Nope, the body is rattling, not the head. That was disturbingly easy. Can you see that? Yeah, I made a little teeny tiny tea set. I needed to chop the front thing open, but I wanted to leave room for a label, and then I regretted it. But I'm gonna put that in my dollhouse stuff. I can fix it another time. Oh my goodness. You are frustrating, sir. Is it the lid problem or is it the bin problem? It's a lid problem. What is your main pain, friend? You don't look like you're damaged. You got a little bit of a dent, but nothing that should prevent you from closing. I bet I stepped on you at some point. I bet that's what your problem is. Hey! You went that time. Okay. Great. I'm hoping that that fixed my problem and I won't have to transfer this into the other bin. Ha! I've triumphed over the plastic. I have low standards. I have in my possession a thing we bought that is a toy display, like a candy display that's Skittles themed, because I like Skittles. Is Skittles or Smarties? Smarties. I like Smarties. And it kind of fell apart, and so I have all the pieces, but they're just kind of like floating around because I've been too lazy to put them back together. I also don't have anywhere to display it, so now I just collected them, and I can at least keep them together. There's a pile of crap just shoved up in here for one of my other projects when I was trying to rapidly clear off some counter space, that I would like to do something about. Want to see what this looks like? That's what it is. Just yeah, I'm crafting with that, and so I kept it because you know, it was in progress. It's not done yet. I still have plans to use it. What is that? Did I make a green drumstick? Are you a tree? You're probably a tree. All right. What are you? Toilet paper tube? You're gonna go in the trash. I have a feeling that I'm going to want to trade out what I have in here for this container. I know what this is for. And I do, in fact, want to keep all of this random crap because, yeah, I have plans for it. So all of this is going in here, but you know what? This is a lid that closes. So at the very least, I can keep it from spilling all over my freaking counter and floor and everything else, and then getting frustrated and upset. So, oh, the headache is back. You know what? I probably need to drink some water. My cure for all ailments is drink water. I don't think I've drunk any water today, which is really unhealthy, so we're gonna give it a shot. All right, I'm back, and I brought my water with me so that hopefully I will continue to, actually hydrate throughout this process, because otherwise I'm not gonna. I'll decide what to do with you. What are you? Am I using you currently? Yeah, I'm using you currently. Completed items. Bits box. I mean, not the bits box, but bits box. My completed items box I need back, because I have more completed items to put into it. Are the molds in here? Did I put them in the other one? I don't freaking know. We are just trucking along. Next thing I need to do is get the trash off my floor. And this thing that I keep stepping on / tripping on, we're gonna pick up, because then it will be in my side tent, not out of my mind. Did I just pick something off the floor and put it back on my desk? Yeah, but you know what? My desk is looking so much better that I'm okay with it. You could have been so great, but no, you decided not to give me 1,000,000 Star Wars pictures. What a disappointment. Posture is rapidly deteriorating. I've already got back pain. Why not just have crap posture at the same time? We're gonna put things back in where they belong. Remember all the stuff I threw over here? Well, I do. Where are you? You need to go inside these bins. Oh, that's right. My brain's working. I had forgotten that I brought this stuff over here explicitly with the purpose of... Why are you in here? You're taking up a bunch of room you don't need to be taking up. Explicitly with the purpose of putting them away into the bins that they should be in. And then when I got over here, I started shoving them in bins they didn't need to be in, because I found them annoying and wanted them out of my way. But at least this time, I noticed what they were and stopped myself. Okay, I'm sitting down because this is gonna kill my hip. Get in. I don't care where in here you are, you just can't be out of here. And I do in fact need to be able to close the bins, so if you... It doesn't work great when you just shake things violently to try to shake all the stuff out, and the stuff's contained by the box being closed. Shifting. Oh my goodness. Okay. There's more stuff that I need to put over here in this box that is currently propping you up. So we're going to shift you to a different box to prop you up while I rummage. Where are my bits? There you are. That thing is better consolidated, because a lot of this stuff, I could fit more in there if I would just, didn't have it so stupidly arranged. Remember when I had that bag of buttons? Did I throw them over here? I felt like I was gonna throw them over here, and then I was like, should I? Shouldn't I? And then I feel like I did throw them over here. Did I throw them over here? Is the real question. Because if I did, I would like to put them in that jar. Oh, my legs are tangled. Okay. Ooh. We can stand up. We can do it. Ooh. You may be thinking, oh, we've done so much. We've been working for hours, literal hours, and so many things have been accomplished. You must be close to being done, right? Yep. Definitely. 100%. I'm so close to being done. We are having some wild success finding a good camera angle here. So we're going to have a bad camera angle, because I don't want to sit and futz with it. Goodbye, eater of socks. I'm sorry you got eaten by a mouse. Oh my goodness. That was not what I wanted to find on my floor. It wasn't anything terrible. It was just food, and I try not to have food in my room that I don't know about, because that's how you, again, get mice. Now, we have mice whether we know where our food is or not, but it doesn't help when you just have food places. In case you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm standing by the side of my bed using my feet to push things that are tucked up alongside my bed toward the open area that we just cleared out for like the 15th time so that I can sort it over there, because I do not want to deal with the amount of stuff that's down here in this cramped of a space. Oh, look, a steroid cream that I got one time when I had a mysterious rash. I was looking for that because I also, once again, had a mysterious rash and I wanted to put it on it to make it go away. Okay. All right. These I'm gonna go set on the crafting table because they go over by the crafting table. That thing we just cleared off, yeah, it's gonna be collecting some crud for a while. And then we'll clear it off again. But for the moment, it is in collection mode. All right, bag of bags. I did chuck this over here. Thought for a second, I was like, what? Why would I do that? No, I definitely did do that. Why I would do that, I have no answer. But I definitely did. You know what I'm going to grab from down here? 2 more bags of stuff. There is no such thing as me being like, oh, I'll just, sensibly choose something from one of the bin. I'll just bring this bag of stuff that I'm already working on with me. Who does that? No, you start a whole new bag of stuff you're working on. Because if you can be working on 15,000 things at once, why would you not be working on 15,000 things at once? But I want to use this particular bag for fabric scraps, or not fabric scraps, chunks of fabric so that I can put my fabric back in my fabric drawer. I knew I had a bag of ribbon over here. Oh, look. Another embroidery hook, or not embroidery hook, another crochet hook. And a random piece of cardboard. Don't keep that. Oh, but it's nice. No. Nope. Listen, when you make doll clothes, most things are not too small to be usable. But that doesn't mean there aren't some things that are genuinely too small to be usable. And that means that I sometimes have to go through here and convince myself to get rid of things. I got this out of the bottom of one of those push-up slush pop thingies. I think I have more than one in here. I'm pretty sure I have 2. Now, some of this is like scribblet, scrablet, scrappies. And some of it is like bigger pieces that I should put back in my bin, my drawer, my filing cabinet. So I need to like separate the scribblet, scrablets from the actual non-scribblet, scrablets. I keep scribblet, scrablets because, again, I make doll clothes and you can go a long way with just scribblet, scrablets, which you normally wouldn't be able to do much with unless you're willing to sit and work for 15 million years, like patching something together. But I'm not willing to do that. I don't have that kind of patience. But I do. What was I folding? I'm getting distracted. I do keep them for doll clothes. So you're officially now my scribblet, scrablet bag until I decide I want to empty out the scribblet, scrablets and put them in a more disposable bag. Okay. I don't want spools of ribbon in here. These are only for my non-ribbon spools. I do not want a spool of thread in here. But I do have an entire little Tupperware that I got for free from my work because it was in the donations bin. All right. Oh, my face itches. The friggin' why I have my big honkin' giant construction staples in these bags of stuff, I have no idea. But apparently, I thought I needed to put them in there. What's in you? I set you up there to get you out of my way, and then I realized I didn't actually look to see what's in you. Oh my goodness. My nose is not having it. Okay. Transferring to the scribblet, scraplet bag. Hey. Little metal bit. Hey, what's that? You're sparkly. You feel like a sequin. I'm not gonna futz with you. We don't pursue sequins. They have to be more three-dimensional than that. I did just knock something over, but guess what? I'm not gonna pick it up right now. Nice. I got one of the bags off my bed. Sometimes we only have small victories. Sometimes it's just a collection of very small victories that eventually lead to winning the war. But yeah, so we got to celebrate them when we get them. We don't know when the next one's coming. What are you? You're a Dalclo. You are parts of a Dalclo. You're a bunch of Dalclos in progress. I'm gonna keep you with my sewing stuff. In fact, I'm gonna put you in this bag, which also has Dalclos in progress. Wowza. Let's try that again. You gonna stay up? No? Yeah, good enough. As I was saying, consolidation is how I do most of my cleaning. Hey! It's my scissors. What all do we have now? We have this, which is nice. I need to blow my nose again. We are approaching nose faucet. I just looked at the floor. I'm aware that most of it's garbage. So I'm like reminding myself not to get like immediately freaked out by it, but you know. Here, I'll show you what it looks like so you can commiserate with me. Ready for this? Remember how we just cleaned that part of the floor? That's how long that lasted. How about some tilty angle? How's that suit you? What are you? Oh my goodness. Your paperwork. Oh, good Lord. I hate paperwork. You want to see me get stressed out? Stick anything that I have to fill out in front of my face. Just instant shutdown. My brain will do anything except that. Now you, I know exactly what you are, and you cannot mix with anything else. Look at that. It's my other bin, tiny Lego. This is my bin, mini pictures that I've cut out of things, specifically for the purpose of making miniatures in frames. Is this a hyperfixation of mine? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay. Oh, we don't like this bin. Yarn. I found more yarn after I already put my yarn bag up there. What do you think? Think I can make the shot? That's right. Almost certainly not. Whiff. We're gonna try again until it lodges somewhere. I got it! It went in the bag. I bounced it off the wall behind it. Which, if you know how bad of a shot I am, like, this is legit. I have good reason to be very excited about this. Okay. Oh, I'm stressed. Got these wood things that I got at a thrift store. No regrets, but I haven't used them yet. Did I just not put them inside my wood bin? I did not put them inside my wood bin because they definitely aren't gonna fit. Okay, where did I put that friggin' thing? Look at this fun thing. You turn the crank and the things go up and down. What haven't I talked through? What are you? Paperwork. We're not looking at that. We're gonna go ahead and close that up. And it's supposed to go on that shelf back there, but so is this, and neither of them are gonna fit currently. So just gonna move it over there because again, it's just out of my way from what I'm doing right now. Man, I have cute fabrics. That's a bin of things you can sew onto fabric, and that is a thing. Those are things you can sew onto fabric. So, like, genuinely, it's okay for them to be in there. I know it looked like I just randomly shoved them somewhere, but I, in fact, didn't. I did, in fact, think about where I wanted to put them and put them there. We're making progress. My bed still looks like a mess, but it's a slightly less overwhelming mess. Okay. Oh, my eyeball itches. You like that I said it was my eyeball this time instead of just my eyes itch? You're just pointed in some random direction. You love how I'm paying attention to you so much? Listen, you're serving a purpose, and that purpose is to make me keep working. And so far, you're doing great. So, good on you. Boy, I got a lot of stuff here. Okay. Who's shocked that I have a lot of stuff? Don't put that back in there. Who's shocked that I have a lot of stuff? Don't raise your hand. You're so ugly. I'm not putting it in there. No. I kept these thinking that I would put them in my craft thing and use them. But I'm just gonna throw them away because I have enough stuff. I don't need to add completely useless crap to it. Not that that's completely useless. It isn't completely useless. I can think of uses for it. However, I'm not going to do that with it. It's just going to sit in my craft hoard until I get sick of shuffling it around, and then it's going to get thrown away. So I'm just going to throw it away now and just preempt myself. Your trash. Literally. Not even figuratively, just literal trash. I'm just going to take out the things that I want to keep and then shake all the trash onto the floor and then go back to what I was doing. We have an empty bin. I'm going to put stuff in it. Yes, but honestly, none of it's going to stay in it. It's all going to get taken out and put into other bins over there, and then I'll find a use for this bin. What did I do with that yellow sewing bag? Did you see me stick it into... Did I stick it in this thing? I think I stuck it in that. But you know what? I'm not going to try to find out right now. Get ready to move. Ooh, how about a new angle? Are you excited now? Ooh, you're going to fall. Hold on. Great. I was very determined to find that, and I've already forgotten what I was determined to find it for. I have 2 separate bags of sewing. Holy mother, this is heavy. Sewing projects. I'm content with 2 separate bags of sewing projects. So I'm going to keep it that way. What are you? You're still my paperwork that I don't want to look at. I did just set it out of sight though, so. Yeah, we all know what that means. Or if you don't, you should. What's in here again? Are there more crochet hooks? I have more crochet hooks in here. I was wondering where they all went. Now I know. I know what is in here. I just don't understand why so many other things are also in here. Did I just like randomly chucking crap in here? Hey! A little clamp. Nice. 2 sewing craft bags and 2 non-sewing craft bags. I think that's a pretty good split of craft bags. I need to do something about the floor. That's the next thing I'm going to do. Something about the floor because it is stressing me out right now. So, you ready to sit on the floor for the 6th time? 5th time? Something like that. Sitting down! Oh my goodness! Oh, it's the worst! No, getting up is the worst, honestly, but okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. We made it. We are on the floor. I'm going to try to find a place where I can prop you. Currently, you're in my purse. Hey, a bead. Oh, that's right. I had put beads in here because I found them on the ground. And I picked them up because I'm a hoarder. Am I going to throw them away? No. I'm going to keep them. Another one. That one I'm just going to throw on my overnight bag because I don't feel like going and finding the other thing. Oh, you're like brake lights. I plugged you in once, and now I'll plug you in a second time. Look. You can have something colorful in the frame if I can get this to perch. Perch! Oh, you tipped again. Is this fun for you? You enjoying this? Probably not. Remember when I thought that I had launched a piece of green plastic foliage across my room? I just found it. I was right. Did I keep it? Yes, I did. I did not even throw it in my trash bag. I could have, but I didn't. Ooh! We're getting a whole new angle. Look, it's just the top of my head. Do you like that one? Probably should actually shift it so you can actually see me. Okay. We gotta scoot things out from under my bed. Most things can't get very far under my bed because I've stored a lot of stuff there. And there's big old bins of ribbon right in front so that I can't shove stuff under there when I'm, making a mess in my room. Things tend to like get pushed further and further under my bed. And so in order to stop me from doing that, I just put storage bins under my bed. So now I physically can't shove crap under there. I recommend it if you're a person like me who tends to progressively just shove things further and further where I can't see them. So, what is that? I'm so lucky that I have not stabbed myself in the foot. I didn't even know I was missing one of those. Like, usually if I drop one, I'm aware, like, in the back of my head, you know, I kind of dropped that down there. I should probably find it. I didn't even know that was down there. Not a great sign. It is time to start putting some of this stuff away. So let's see if I can find a place to perch you this time. I wonder, hold on, we're gonna try something new. Ooh! Sometimes I have decent ideas. I actually have good ideas a lot, but, you know, we gotta pretend that we don't know that, because apparently there's rules about bragging. This thing that just moved into the shot up here, that's the shelf above where you're perched. I stuck you on the door of my filing cabinet, and in order for me to put stuff away when I don't want to literally go dig through all of my things in the lower cabinets, I just kind of stuff them all in a higher up thing, and then, I mean, I'm not looking at them. All right. I'm gonna go put some stuff over here, and you'll even be able to see some of what I'm doing. I was gonna say be able to see me, but oh, let's get real. I've been distracted already. I need to put this needle away before I stab myself with it. All need to fit on that shelf over there. And so I need to go make room. Do I know what I'm going to rearrange to make this fit? Of course not. You, sir, I'm gonna go up in there. Let's turn you so the tag is pointing back. Pretend we're classy. Oh, that's funny. How close are you to fitting up in here? I'm gonna guess not very. Well, not as far off as I thought you would be. No? No, definitely not. Done and done. Was that a poor choice? Maybe. But I don't care because it's in there. Batting. I want to see if I can get this to go up where my other batting is. This is a dangerous game. Is it going to knock everything else off there? Or is it going to stay up there? Or is it going to bounce right back off? I think it's going to bounce right back off. Or knock everything off. We're going to try it anyway. Ready? Bounce right back off. First shot though. So let's try. Well, the other one we landed in the second shot. Think it'll work like with yarn did? My second shot will be the trick. Oh, nope. That bounced off. But it bounced back to me. Haha. Yes, okay. Nice. Okay. That one knocked something over. I'm so close to getting this to stay up there. Screw you. You're the worst. I finally got it. It stayed. Now I just have to pick up the thing it knocked over. But it did spill all my pens and pencils all over the floor. Which, in terms of the things it could have dumped, like, that's a pretty okay thing for it to dump. All right. We're so close. We can do this. Just doing a little rearranging over here where you can't see me. As one does. It's important to inconvenience you as much as possible. I'm going to do the cheater pants method of not actually putting this away where it belongs. I'm just going to put it away somewhere where I can put it away for right now. That technically is like where it belongs adjacent. And then when I'm digging through this thing later, after I've completely forgotten, I'll be like, why is this in here? And then I won't remember. But maybe then I'll put it up where it belongs. You're no longer in my face. We're doing the thing where we just dump the bag into the other thing and then arrange it so hopefully it'll all fit. Right? Don't break anything. It didn't even squish it. Nice. Oh, my leg itches now. Like that, we're changing it up. It wasn't my face this time, it was my leg. For the record, my face does still itch. But this time I told you about my leg. Making really good progress, honestly. I just, I'm not done yet. But my drive is dwindling, so we gotta try and get some crap done before it dies on me. All right, living dangerously. I'm about to move you, so buckle up. Just sticking things in there and doing the thing where you push down really hard to make it go in. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm not above it. My room is looking a lot better. How did I get this? Oh, that's how I got this. Like, genuinely looking a lot better. It's not like, look how much stuff we've got off the bed. It's not clean yet. This is what I need to deal with right now, which honestly, there's not even that much stuff there. I mostly just need to throw recycling in a recycling bag and, you know, consolidate all of these trash things. I just have to, you know, get the motivation to do it. Guess what itched to this time? Did you guess my ears? We're gonna say you guessed my ears. Well done. Great guess. I just threw something directly into a bag that wasn't even like all the way open of a bag, so I'm pretty much a sports person. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get a paper bag. All right, I'm back. Paper bag acquired. Here it is. I was trying to show it to you, but then I did not stick it in front of the camera. So once again, I'm pushing things over there with my foot because I don't believe in bending down if I don't have to. Let's get some recycling off the floor. Am I doing it with my feet? Because I don't want to reach down there with my hands, because that's a long way down. I'm attempting to. I will do more work if it means I get to not lean down there. I usually keep a recycling bag at the end of my bed so that I can just toss my water bottles into it or whatever other recycling items I happen to produce. But I didn't put one back there the last time I brought my recycling out because I was very focused on getting all of the recycling out of the house. And so all of my recycling just sort of ended up on the floor this time. We're going to move back to my tabletop because my tabletop is the next place that needs attention. Again. I am going to actually take all of the bits out of the inside of this green thing. Remember the green thing I kept stepping on? It's up here now. All of the stuff that's over here came from over by my bed. And I was like, I need to not keep these over there because they don't belong over there. But I do, in fact, not have a place to put them. So I threw them in an empty Kleenex box and was like, I'll deal with you later. Later is now. So, here we go. Remember that Smarties display? I also now have a Bazooka bubblegum one. I just need to get all of the bits and pieces out of this thing and into that container with the Smarties ones. Woo! My brain is doing the brain thing. Let me see what you are. Look at that thing. It wasn't even in the Halloween section. Tell me those things are not going to come out and kill you in your sleep. And I don't even generally believe in like haunted doll kind of crap. That is the stuff of actual nightmares. I had a pair of scissors up here. And then I dropped everything on the floor, and I don't know where I think I set them next to it, not inside the scissors thing. But we're just gonna tear this out because I don't feel like futzing with that. Ads and industrial labels, logos, tiny writing, calendars, you're a food label. I think you probably count as a book cover. Okay. Just trying to figure out what all of these things what I would consider all of these things to be, just so I can put them in the proper containers here. Labels, toy and game boxes, Pokemon, things that could be scrapbook paper. I've got a couple of things that could be scrapbook paper. I could talk. It works. It just, you know, sometimes doesn't come out right. Now you need to go back up on the shelf over here. But I used up all your space. Realistically, I use them a lot. So why should they not be right directly in front of my face? They should be. The answer is they should be directly in front of my face. Are you okay, yes. You are sewing things. Okay. And you are my itchy scalp. And my itchy face. Because I am nothing if not consistent about complaining about my various itches. Ooh. I've got beads. Lots and lots of beads. Hey, I found my scissors after I don't need them anymore. I breathed in and there was like a sharp bubble in my nose that popped and it was really uncomfortable. I did not enjoy that. So, don't recommend breathing uncomfortably. I don't know what that means. This is a jar of bits that I'm going to leave exactly as it is. Because, listen, I've been at this for hours and I don't have the motivation to do that. I've done a lot today. And I'm, again, hitting the end of my motivation. I'm going to put you in that box and we'll sort you out later. Now, in order for me to put these beads away, I'm going to have to take out bead boxes. I don't want to do that right now, so these beads are not getting put away at this moment. But we can go try to put away this other box of stuff. Oh, I'm tired. Okay. Listen. This is a lot of motivation that I mustered today, and it definitely helped to have you watching me, but it still is a lot of motivation for me to scrounge from the depths of my depression. Do you have? No, you are out. Good. I was going to say, you better not have things in you when I'm trying to put you in the junk drawer. You're not going over here. I refuse to put perfectly good Tupperware in here and never see it again. Listen, some things aren't going to get put away today. I'm going to be a realist and tell you that, like, I'm burning out fast, so we're going to do what we can, and then I'm going to stop for the day. And some of this stuff can wait till I'm home from 2 up to... Ooh, my ear itches. Okay, what are you? You are a container of something. Oh, eyeballs. Keep looking, making sure I get all of the things that do belong over here out of my bag. Stand up. Okay. Oh, my spine itches. I'm itching my back. Fun fact, I can itch every part of my back. There are 0 parts of my back I can't touch. Well, pals, I have made a lot of progress today on getting my room clean, but I'm tired, and while I don't feel hungry, I do know that I am in fact hungry, and yeah, so I'm going to do a little tiny bit of last minute rearranging just to make it so that I can, get out of my room, and when I come back, I'll be able to get onto my bed, because if I can't get onto my bed, that's going to be very irritating. Hey, I found those buttons I was looking for. The cover buttons that I wanted to put inside that jar. I found them. So, here's what we have. There's my bed. Here's the floor by my bed. Here's that area. Here's the floor that we covered with crap on multiple occasions. There's that space over there. Here are my shelves, which, yes, are still cluttery, but at least I was able to put things on them that have been sitting on my floor in bags for months. So I'm gonna say I did a good job. All right, pals, you ready for the final counts of all of the things that we've been running counters on throughout this video? All right. Oh, I got them written down. Okay. We got 14 bags of stuff, 12 boxes of trash, 13 floating needles, 22 instances of me whining about how much I itch. That does not count about the number of times that I itched myself without whining about it, only the ones where I whined out loud. 4 foolish bodily harm risks, 2 shockingly heavy boxes, 1 shockingly heavy not box, and 1 not shockingly heavy box, 7 toiletries bags, 6 crochet hooks that I found just floating around in my stuff. So yeah, looks like I'm winning on organization or something. I also have a list of my obsessions. So we've got, let's see, I think is there 20 of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hold on, you thought I was done? I'm not done. Where's the other piece of paper? Fruit Loop, where did you go? I said Fruit Loop instead of saying the word I actually wanted to say. Somebody be proud of me. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 obsessions cataloged. All right, let's see. What do we got? I should probably run through my rankings of obsession levels, shouldn't I? All right. I have 6 obsession level rankings. I have mild, medium, high, intense. The level between intense and out of control has varying names, so I don't know what to call it. The level between intense and out of control. And then out of control is the highest level of obsession that I have. In order of appearance, here we go. Discworld, high. Yarn, medium, but ruthlessly suppressed. Castles, high. Glue, intense. Clamps, high. Cardboard, medium. Drill bits, mild. That's mostly spurred on by the fact that I know I have more of them, but I just don't know where they are. So, you know, that's enough to make me obsessed with something. Buttons, high, but ruthlessly suppressed. Books, intense, of course. Beads, out of control. Yeah, that one's out of control. Fake plants is high, but ruthlessly suppressed. Ribbon is medium. Rocks is mild. Star Wars is in a galaxy far, far away. Fake birds is mild, but ruthlessly suppressed. Scrapbook paper, mild. Lord of the Rings, unbecoming. Dinosaurs, mild. And mini pictures, also out of control. I mean, I wouldn't say this is a comprehensive list of all of my obsessions, but honestly, like, that's quite a few of them. There is not a satisfying ending to this particular saga of cleaning. I cut down, like, 6 hours of cleaning into an hour and a half. It's probably not super exciting, but, I mean, when is cleaning ever exciting? Is my room clean? No. Have I taken a bunch of that stuff out of its boxes to use already? Yes. Do I have many more things that I need to shove where it belongs or find a place to put it? Yes. It's just cleaning my own stuff sucks because I get distracted and I have an emotional attachment to a lot of things that I shouldn't have emotional attachments to. And I pick up things and look at them and I'm like, oh, I could do this with that. Oh, I could do that with that. And then I get excited and then I get distracted and don't do anything with it. Or I just look at my pile of stuff and I'm like, and then I'm very overwhelmed. But I don't get overwhelmed by other people's stuff. You can throw me in front of a stuffed full room that's waist deep in crap and I'll just start working on it and be fine. But my own stuff is, of course, a very different story.